broke the record by just over 6 hours. So.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely fantastic. And you look fresh as a daisy.
Yeah, it's all well taken care of by your crew. GBS kind of got the better of me last night, so it was completely, covered in mist. So fortunately, you can't really run in those conditions. The first section, probably too early for a beer, right? So, so maybe I'll stick with the coffee.
Brilliant, fantastic.
I'm very dirty, so.
Well done, mate. Brilliant.
Feet are holding together okay. It's more the shin splints. We're not used to the sleep deprivation has been awful, particularly at night, particularly travelling in the dark. I walked into 2 gates on the Cam Road and the Cam High Road. Last night I walked into a tree. It's bizarre. I concentrate as hard as I can to keep my eyes open and be aware of what's happening and the danger with it. 5 seconds later, you're gone, you're in this wee world.
Everything's sore at the minute, everything's a bit sore, but no point complaining because I think everybody's in the same boat. Just taking every day as it comes, no expectations at this stage.
How I'd like it to be, how it actually looks. If you were being sensible,
yeah, exactly.
you wouldn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
But then if I was being sensible, I wouldn't be here.
I think they're amazing. I think they're heroes. Yeah. We'll just keep trying to patch them up and send them on their superhero journey. Slightly crazy, maybe, but
they're all the best.
Lovable,
All the best superheroes are slightly flawed, aren't they?
Yeah, they all have their weaknesses.
Yeah, a superhero is not a superhero without a flaw.
They've got their team behind them, haven't they, as well?
I don't know what my problem is. I start the day so focused. I end the day in pieces every single day. Last night was another one where I was ready to DNF. I was not the Sabrina I wanted to be. I think when you're feeling that bad, you think I'm the only one, but then coming here and asking others, and they're like, yeah, absolutely, my foot feels like it's on fire every time I put it down, and this is what I'm doing to help. And yes, I cry about 20 times a day. And that kind of just makes you feel not so alone in the painfulness of what you're trying to do. Even though you know that people are that, I think actually seeing it is important to help you reframe to go into another day, and then another day, and another day.
Just keep going, the pain seems to go away and then you can crack on.
There's just something about getting out of the tent, it's really hard. So put those on. Daughter came yesterday, massive surprise, I thought she was in Cornwall, and I came down to Tan Hill and I thought, that looks like my camper van. No, it's meant to be in Cornwall. And then she comes screaming up the road, shouting, Mummy! And I just thought, how lovely. I dragged her boyfriend. Engine light warnings on, but they didn't care. And they're like, oh my God, we are in the middle of nowhere. I went, yeah, it is the middle of nowhere. So Gemma, I thank you and will. Oh yes, and I've got my bra on, so things are as they should be. People don't need to know this stuff, right? Right, let's get to the river. We're on our way.
It does make a difference having company. Share.
Get through go through your bad spells if you've
and you can understand it's not just you, it's both of you.
And brain fog, you can overcome your brain fog a bit with a bit of, am I reading this map right? And
yeah.
Or am I just going back the way I came?
It's the worst weather really. I'd rather have it raining a bit. We've got 12 miles to the next checkpoint, so we're just going to hot foot it.
It's just been relentless. The toughest is the heat.
Struggling with the heat. It's my skin colouring, a bit of a ginger. So yeah, I think the hardest thing for me is the sleep deprivation.
Like yesterday, I was literally having to shout at myself to get down into Hawes. I think I'd slept for like an hour and a half. I'm raising money for charity as well. And I'm getting lots of texts from my work colleagues and friends. So that's really, really helping to keep me going. Yeah, I just don't want to give up. Just see how far I get. I didn't think I'd get this far, to be honest. How I got into this race was through my friend Lynn. She mentioned the spine team about 3 years ago. I'd never heard of it before then. And then I obviously entered the volunteers ballot for the last summer. And because I'm so silly, I just thought I'll go for the full one because I'll never get a place. And as luck would have it, here we are. I'm kind of an accidental spine participant.
You really don't want to. Is that last 10 miles? It's just awful.
Oh, you're own.
Yeah. I tell you what, it's I think more brutal than the heat. I think it's worse because I mean the packs, as you know, are quite chunky anyway, and water, and they're getting to mega weight.
Yeah.
And it's like wearing a sort of nice woolly jacket. That's it. I'm done on the running.
Okay.
So I'm going to volunteer. Yeah.
Crossrail was very cold compared to the last days, and the descent was maybe a moment of short pain for the foot. Yeah, my toe is very sensitive, but happy to be here. Let's go!
Ready for anything.
Pain.
I think it'll be fine. I think we're in smelling distance of the finish at this point. So I think I'll keep us motivated.
I've given up trying to, running went out the window yesterday, if not yesterday, then the day before, and it's just, progress really. So I haven't slept at all. I haven't gone to bed. I've just crashed out on the, find a nice sunny spot out of the wind and had 10-15 minutes. So just push on really. This is my third time along here, so and I thought, I should do some more and just really appreciate where I am really. I'm really looking forward to getting on further north. I like it when it just gets wilder.
Good evening from the finish line of the Montane Summer Spine Race here in Kirk Yetholm. What a day we've had, what a day. 2 winners, 2 more records broken. A story of redemption for Thierry Neuvert, who's made 2 attempts at finishing this course in the winter previously. He's now covered the entire course and covered it in emphatic style. He took a massive chunk out of the record and his new time is going to take some beating over the coming years. A story of repetition for Anna Troop, who has once again come back in the summertime and excelled. Winning again and beating her record from last time around. It's been a party atmosphere here today. Of course, further down the trail, it's still a story of a race against time. There is a cut-off at each of the checkpoints, by which time the runners need to have arrived, done whatever kit faff is necessary, and got back out onto the trail again. It's a battle for survival for those guys now, and the reason you've got me shouting into my iPhone again on the village green here in Kirk Yetholm is because our videographer is staying back down the course to make sure we are covering their stories as well.